Hi guys, today's video is going to be a cool one because I am going to be talking about my favorite high-end products, and this video is especially exciting because it is a collab with my friend here on YouTube, Kathleen. Her channel is Kathleen Lights, and I know a lot of you have come over from her channel in the past when she's mentioned me on social media, but if you have not seen her videos, I want you to do me a favor. Look up and tell me what kind of rock you're living under, because her videos are amazing, and if you have not seen them, you are seriously missing out. Her channel is really so much fun to watch. She is completely honest about her opinion regarding brands and products. She has amazing tutorials and she is incredibly talented, and as a human she is just so genuine and sweet and just she's good people, so go do it, okay? So if you don't know, I am a freelance makeup artist and I've worked with makeup for years, and so I've had a lot of experience with a lot of high-end products, some good, some really not so good. So I wanted to kind of share with you a few of my favorite high-end products and tell you kind of an idea of what high-end products are actually worth investing in. I'm going to basically use Sephora as an example because I feel like it's a common ground. Everyone's kind of relatively familiar with Sephora and the brands that they carry, but I have to say, and I really want to emphasize, that if you see a big name brand just slapped across a product, especially makeup or any kind of licensed product like a fragrance or something like that, that does not necessarily mean it's better than a less expensive product, or that it's awesome and just automatically perfect and amazing and is going to work awesome for you just because it has that big name on it. That's something that I've learned just through working with products, using them on people for years, and just becoming familiar with formulas and ingredients and things that do and don't work. And I wanted to kind of give you a few examples of that today. So let's get into my favorites. If you watch my videos, you will probably recognize a lot of these products, and to me that kind of makes sense because if they're my favorite products, I probably use them a lot and I probably want to talk about them a lot, which is true. So some of these are going to look familiar and sound a little bit repetitive, but that's just to emphasize how awesome I really think they are. So the first one, or ones, that I want to talk about is my Makeup Forever Flash Palettes. And there are 3 flash palettes out there that I know of. I own 2 of them. I have kind of the bright one and also the muted, I call it the dirty one because it's like dirty versions of all these colors. But these are like worth their weight in gold. They're so versatile and can be used in so many different ways. It's ridiculous. I mean, you can use them as face paint, you can use them as eyeshadow bases, lipstick, lip liners, eyeliners. I mean, you can really do just about anything with these. They're about $100 each, so it's definitely an investment, but if you feel like you're going to be experimenting or doing a lot of kind of varied looks, or if you do Instagram or something like that, these are a must-have. Okay, if you have dry skin like I do, this foundation primer is amazing and you need this in your life. It is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer Radiance is what it says. And this one is basically just a primer like it says, and you use it in the same areas that you would use any normal primer, but it has this radiant sheen and almost an iridescence to it. It's not even a shimmer or a sparkle or anything. It's almost undetectable, but when you put it on your skin, it gives you this glow that is just amazing. You can put this on underneath your foundation, which is what I typically do, just in the areas that I would normally highlight, or you can even mix it in with your foundation if you kind of want just an all-over like dewy glow, which is hard to get if you have dry skin. And I really like this one because a lot of brands have a similar product, but I have not seen a drugstore or even just a less expensive version that I think is this smooth and creamy and radiant and not like shimmery, if that makes sense. This one is just so high quality and beautiful, and if you are a highlight junkie like I am, you're gonna want to put this underneath your foundation and then use a powder highlight over the top, because that's what I do every single day. Okay, I am completely and 100% ridiculous for loving this product, and even more ridiculous for buying it, but it is so worth it and awesome that I have to talk about it. This is by NARS and it is their Dual Intensity Eyeshadow. I only own 3 of these, so it's not like I bought the whole range or anything, but this is the shade Callisto? I don't know. It is so stinking beautiful. I cannot get enough. These are the kinds of shadows that you can use wet or dry. I've never actually used them dry, but I would imagine this one would actually work as a highlight. Oh heck yes. But it's definitely shimmery. It's not subtle and soft, but you know, if you're crazy like I am, it might work. I do not know where my lips would be without this next product. This is the Christian Dior Crème de Rose Lip Balm. Now I know this is super expensive for a lip balm and it is ridiculous and preposterous, but I have honestly never tried a lip product that works as well as this one does. I have tried just about every lip balm in the whole world, I feel like, because my lips are always so tragically dry. But this one is the only one that if it just stopped being made tomorrow, I would like not know what to do. I would like wander around with a lost look on my face because I couldn't get more Christian Dior Crème de Rose. I don't know, it's bizarre. There must be some addictive substance in here. I cannot live without this, and I would say you should try it, but you might get addicted like me, so maybe don't because it's an expensive habit. Okay, I talked about how my skin is dry a couple products ago, but that's only a recent development. It used to be quite oily just, you know, a couple weeks ago, and for some reason it's changed its mind, but when it was oily, I could not live without this primer. This is the Veil Mineral Primer by Hourglass, and this stuff is the only primer I will use on oily skin. If I have a bride come to me and say, okay, I want my makeup done, I'm really scared because my skin gets super oily throughout the day and I know that it's gonna be a shine ball by the time I'm done, this is what I always put on them, and it works so well. It is just, I can't explain what is in this. It is magic, and that is all I have to say about it because it just knocks out the shine. It makes your face stay matte or at least kind of natural looking all day long. You can put it under any foundation. So if you have super oily skin, yet you like a foundation that's maybe not perfectly directed toward oily skin, if you put this underneath it, it's going to really help you be able to wear that foundation and not look like an oil slick at the end of the day. So this is honestly a must-have. I would say this is the full size. It's pretty expensive. I think it's like $60 or something for a primer, which is ridiculous. But I would say get the smaller size. I think it's like $19 at Sephora because I have had this for a year and I have like barely, I mean, there's a ton left in here and I feel like it's gonna like get weird before I even use the rest of it. So don't even bother buying the big one because you need so little of the product. You really only need the small one. I think you'd be totally fine. The next couple are actually skincare products. I just thought I'd throw a couple in there just because they jumped out at me when I was thinking about what are my favorite things that I use all the time. The first one is the Perricone MD Face Finishing Moisturizer. I talked about it in my favorites this month and I will link that down below if you want to check that out, but this moisturizer is just so good. It's almost a gel cream consistency, so it sinks into your skin really, really fast, but it locks in that moisture, and that's what makes it perfect for applying right before you put your makeup on. This is a high-end video, so it is kind of pricey, but I like to do little things like waiting till Black Friday to buy it because they actually have this size of container, which is half an ounce, on Black Friday for $10. This year they didn't have it in my store. I had to order it online, but just so you know, for next year, if you want to try this out, it's a really good time to try it. You get a half an ounce, which is a good amount to just try it out and see, you know, it's better than a sample and it's only $10. Completely worth it in my opinion. The other skincare product that I wanted to mention was this Algenist Complete Eye Renewal Balm. This is an eye cream and it is so concentrated and so thick and creamy. It helps my skin a lot because I happen to have really dry eye areas, and so like underneath I'll get like eczema and like I've got wrinkles, and it's so dry under there that it's just really hard to keep it looking smooth. This helps immensely. You can wear it day or night, but I love just packing it on before I go to bed and waking up and having like more plump and smooth skin under my eyes, and it's perfect for then putting makeup on top of. If you've ever tried to put makeup on top of under eyes that are just really dry, it looks crepey and it just looks awful, and this really saves my life when it comes to that. I feel like we've covered like the whole face. We've done eyeshadow, we're doing foundation now, we've done skincare. I mean, we've really got it all here. I didn't even do that on purpose, but this foundation is the one that I currently use. This is NARS Sheer Glow formula, and I'm in the shade Mont Blanc, and this is such an awesome, beautiful foundation. Foundation is one of the things that I do say in general, you get what you pay for. I have not had luck with really any drugstore foundations with my skin. If you guys have any suggestions of really good high quality drugstore foundations, let me know down below because I would love not to have to spend this much money on a foundation, but currently this is what I'm using. This formula can be used on all skin types and it's really, really incredible and looks beautiful on really any skin texture. What I do recommend is using whatever appropriate type of primer is best for your skin. So like I was talking about the Hourglass primer, if my skin were still oily, I would use that and then use this on top. Currently, I use the Laura Mercier primer, the Radiance one, and this on top. I really believe in primers if you have extreme skin, if it's really dry or really oily, because it just sets your skin up for a perfect application of your foundation afterward. But if you're looking for one at Sephora or at Nordstrom or at the department store that works amazingly, is beautiful, gives a medium to buildable coverage, I would absolutely recommend NARS, and I've used this on so many different people and it always looks amazing. Another thing I cannot live without is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I feel like, at least in my experience, there is nothing that competes with this brow gel. I have tried high-end drugstore, I've tried clear mascara, I've tried just about every clear brow gel that there is out there, and I have brow hairs that like really have a mind of their own, so I have to have something that's really going to tell them where to be, and this is the only thing that I have found that's worked. It really kind of shellacks your eyebrows basically, and it doesn't stay shiny. Once it's dry, it's just going to look like hair, like you want it to look. So that's what I like. It doesn't look like hair gel where it's going to be like weird and shiny and textured all day long. I mean, you really can't tell that you're wearing brow gel except that your hairs are in place, which is exactly what I need. So I will pay what I have to get this because it is completely worth it in my book. And the last one is one that for some reason I am just so excited about. This is a product that I feel like a lot of people do not know exists. It is Makeup Forever's Aqua Rouge, and it was a liquid lipstick before liquid lipsticks were cool. That is a really hard sentence to say. Oh my gosh, that was so hard. But seriously, this came out like who knows when. It's been out for quite a while, and Makeup Forever's just had it just silently sitting there on the shelf. So this, as far as lipped colors go, is a serious product. If you put this on in the morning, you can eat, you can kiss, you can talk, you can like wipe your mouth, and it's not going to go anywhere. It kind of takes it to an extreme, and it's actually quite difficult to remove. But if that doesn't bother you, if you've got a job where you need to have a lip color on all day long and you can't really be bothered to touch it up and check it throughout the day, this is amazing. When I used to work at Sephora, I would use this and I would have, you know, an 8-9 hour shift, and it would be completely intact by the time I went home. You just put it on and you don't have to worry about it. It has this clear kind of glossy one on the other end, and it's not necessary. I only use it about half the time. I feel like it doesn't really stay shiny anyway, but this is incredible. This is perfect for things like weddings where you really don't want to be touching up your makeup throughout the day or having to worry about that, or if you are on stage or something like that where you just really need your lips to be a certain color and stay put. This is amazing. I cannot recommend this highly enough. You just have to be aware that it is going to take some scrubbing to get it off your lips. So that is it for my favorite high-end products at the moment. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you are here from Kathleen's channel, I hope you subscribe and check out some of my other videos. I'll link a couple of them down below, and if you are from my channel, go check out Kathleen's channel and her version of this video, which I also put down in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!